Good morning. This is Josh Hayes with Hedge Plus, and here's today's market monitor. The biggest market driver of anything you see here on the screen is most likely Argentina's soybean stocks being at the highest for this time of year since 2019, and they're really cranking up harvest right now after they had their issues with heavy rains and flooding. The weather has definitely cleared up for them, and they're bringing soybeans to the market at a rapid pace right now. Everything else you see is more of a wait and see kind of thing, which is probably why we're hovering near even with corn. We have had some strength with wheat in the past 24 hours. The market's starting to take note of just how bad the drought was and how extensive it was and has been in China. But the market is also still waiting to see China have any kind of bump in their imports. That has not happened yet. So that's kind of a sign of just how weak China's demand is and how weak their economy is. Their consumer spending is way, way down amongst Chinese citizens. So there has not yet been any uptick in imports for them. But given that the crop would not yet be being harvested, that pretty much points to that's coming. That's down the line. At some point, this crop damage and this crop loss that they're seeing in China, up to 50% of crops in some places, that's going to be felt down the line. And the market, while it's beginning to take some note, will definitely make the next, I guess, leg of that journey when they start importing more as a result of the losses. Ethanol is right back surging again. I said it in that time we had a little bit of a fallback. I saw some people starting to suggest that the USDA might have to change its projections. It was seasonal. It came at the time of the year you'd expect it. It came in March, April, but we're right back to cranking out a lot of ethanol with a lot of corn use, and corn use for ethanol on this latest report was well above what's needed for the USDA forecast. Quick note about the weather: as much as the tone shifted yesterday, where everyone seemed to be talking about how there's growing potential, weather models building, talking of a stretch of warm, dry weather to come, potential ridge that could park itself over the Midwest and really start to have to be accounted for, and that some speculators might even jump in now to get ahead of it. Well, it's already being downplayed. Not that the forecast is changing, but just the tone, the way people are speaking about this, and right away, multiple places today talking about how, well, an initial stretch of warmer, drier air will be favorable for crop development given the amount of rain we've had and some of the cooler temperatures we're seeing, and that's true. So but regardless of all that, we all know that I think that kind of poo-poos the notion that we'll get a rally right now from potential building warm, dry air. As a matter of fact, we'll get to the weather here in the next slide. Initially, we're going to get some more rain, so let's talk about that. In the Midwest, more rain set for the Midwest. It'll really just slow down field work. Probably beneficial yet still for the Midwest, given parts of Iowa, Illinois have still a deficit in their soil. But down south, rain set for Oklahoma and Kansas is just too much. It is absolutely not needed right now. Biggest damage there is going to be to the wheat crop, but obviously, excess rain right now isn't best for corn crop either. So, weather still considered positive in the Great Lakes, upper plains, Midwest, down south. They're ready for a break from rain. Other weather issues, we've talked about China. 50% of corn and wheat areas are very dry, and in the worst of these areas, it's looking like they might have 50% crop loss. Other dryness popping up in Canada. The prairies are really need rain. It's going dry really fast. And in Russia, I always take this with a grain of salt. It seems like I hear something different about that area every day. But right now, Black Sea region is turning hot with very limited rain. We'll see what that does. I don't expect the market to pay too much mind to that just yet. Taking a look at the overnight, pretty mixed, pretty flat, slow trade. These numbers are not moving very much at all. Corn and wheat up a couple cents, soybeans down about 3 cents, probably because of pressure from lower prices in Argentina, as we talked about. In the last 24 hours, corn is just about even, not much movement from where we were at this time yesterday. Soybeans down about 2 cents. The biggest gainer in the last 24 hours is wheat at 545 and a half. That's about 7 cents higher than where we were at this time yesterday. Again, I think the market's taking note of what's happening in China, and it's also taking note of what's most likely a deterioration of winter wheat in the United States, given the still still high precipitation they're receiving and what it's most likely going to do and the impact it's going to have. That's all for today. I hope everyone has a great day, and we will talk to you again tomorrow.